relatively easy evening so far for United's kids, because Astana have made it easy for them, but nevertheless impressive. Before we talk about the youngsters, though, let's talk about a guy who joined the United Academy at 9 years old and tonight captains the team and scored a goal. And regardless of your opinion of Jesse Lingard, and most people have one, that is something worth celebrating. Look,
I mean, it's a brilliant opportunity for him to be captain of Manchester United, and I think he needs an opportunity again, and he's played well. He's been at the heart of everything. He's always been on the move. The midfield too have been getting him the ball in good positions where he can affect the game, and we've seen Jesse pop up with goals time and time again. It's nice to see him back on the score sheet because those numbers dried up for a while.
What did you think of the finish, Matt? I mean, the deflection has a huge bearing on the goal, doesn't it?
Yeah, it does. I mean, he got a lot of luck that goes into the other corner. But, you know, if you don't shoot, you don't score. And, you know, for him, confidence-wise, that's hopefully going to do all sorts for him. You know, you see after that, he's had a couple more shots at goal. You know, and you're hoping that that's going to be something that he can now keep progressing, keep adding to his game.
And he's the oldest outfield player tonight. There's a responsibility there, isn't there? You have to guide these kids.
Yeah, I think he's shown that as well. I think, you know, he's been the one that wants to get on the ball. You know, as Owen said, like, the midfielders have been passing the ball in great areas, and he's been able to turn and set everyone's attacks going, and he's been the one that's been looking to get, you know, into the final third and get the shots away.
I know it's Astana. I know it's the Europa League. But Manchester United have a midfield, Owen. We haven't seen much of this season. This is impressive.
Yeah, but Jake, who cares what the opposition is? Look, and this is what Astana have done. They've sat off Man United, and obviously maybe wary of, maybe they don't know the players that well, but they haven't really been that active. So the boys have been able to have loads of touches. They haven't been pressed the intensity you'd expect normally in a game like this. But you know what? Who cares? The team, if they're not going to invest energy and press you, then you just got to pick the right pass and play the right one. And I think, especially the midfield too, I think they've Garner and Lever, they've been terrific. They've played the ball that's there. You know, that's what Scholes did great. He didn't force the issue. He just played the right ball, and it sets the tempo, and then you can get running. Then you can get forward. The attackers get the ball in the area, which is good. That's really nice. Little 1-2 with Jesse and Mason. But that ball there, get it wide. Gomez is in a position. Let him go attack. I love that touch there. Get it into your players who are going to make a difference, like Jesse. I know it sounds simple, but you want the boys to play the right pass, and then there, press. A bit of energy from the midfield. It's nice to see. Great ball. I love that one from Lever. Get it out wide. And this is sometimes what you've missed from United, is intensity. How about that for effort? Try and win the first one, and then there. That's Garner. Look at him trying to get back. That's what Ollie wants to see from these boys. If they do that, they'll get more opportunities. And they've not tried to do too much to over-impress, have they?
No, I think that's the most important point. They've just been do the simple things well, you know, 1 and 2 touch, and keep the ball moving.
OK, well, they have the lead, as we know. Jesse Lingard with the goal. 307 days since his last one for Manchester United. It took a deflection. It's not in the competition where he wants to be playing, but nevertheless, he did all he had to do. Manchester United lead. Second half comes next. We want to be the people who are doing this show on the day this young man makes his senior debut for Manchester United. What a story. I mean, it goes beyond football, this.
How great is that, just to see him smiling? You know, to be on a football pitch where he's wanted to be. He's had to deal with something a young man his age shouldn't have to deal with, but that's where he wants to be, on that football pitch, and be brilliant to be able to see him today. Hopefully he can get on and play in the game. I'm sure his family are just delighted to see him back on the football pitch.
Yeah, and if his family haven't gone out there, we're also happy for you, so happy for Max to see him doing his thing this evening. We very much hope that he gets on. It's a strange one, this, because even sort of ardent Manchester United fans are going to be wondering who some of these players are if they haven't been watching youth football. Let's talk about Dylan Levitt. Been involved in the under-23s, been there since he was 8 years old. I'm sort of intrigued how you judge whether these players are good enough when they play in a game with loads of other youngsters.
Yeah, that's the difficult thing. I think obviously they'll be training with you know, the first team as well. And I mean, when you look at these clips, I mean, it's a fantastic pass in to make an assist for the goal. But you just see the way he goes around the pitch. You know, he's got great feel, great touch, and that's what, you know, he would have shown in training in front of Solskjaer and all the other teammates to make sure that he can be involved in these sort of games.
What are you looking for, Owen, from a player of his age who clearly is not yet the finished article?
Well, just play his game. You know, he's got here, you know, he's a driving midfielder, he's got goals and assists to his game. Just do more of the same. You know, he's got a great range of passing. Get on the ball and be confident. He'll be nervous to the start. Everybody will be. You know, but get on the ball and it will all come naturally. When you see that ball that he played over the top, maybe they gave him a Scholes DVD. You know, that's what we want to see. Get the ball at your feet and try and pick the forward players out. That was a beautiful ball, and hopefully he can play one tonight.
I look forward to seeing, actually, how they all link up together, because as you were was saying, this is basically sort of the under-23s team, really. They could be playing this team in an under-23s match next week.
Yeah, well, I think that adds to them. It helps them, because otherwise, you know, if you're going in, you're the only one that's going in. It's a bit more pressure, you know, with the atmosphere as well. But you know, you're going into a game, you know, away from home, but with all of your teammates that you're playing regularly with. So they'll all be confident. They'll know what everyone else can do on the pitch and where they run. It'll help them in this game. What
about the mindset of a Jesse Lingard or a Luke Shaw? Are they bothered about the fact that they're the sort of senior players in with all the kids, that it maybe sends them a message?
Well, they need games. I mean, Ole Gunnar said it. You know, they need games. So the fact of the matter is, they need repetition. They haven't had it. You know, Jesse and Luke, and they want to get back into the starting 11 in the first team. You know, there's an opportunity there at left back. Brandon Williams has been great, but Luke Shaw, I'm sure he wants to get back. And Jesse, we know at times he's been very influential for Manchester United, but you know, the goals and assists have dried up. So tonight, if he can get, you know, 1 or 2, then he puts himself back in the picture to start on the weekend against Aston Villa.
OK, right, gents, thanks very much for now. Astana season finished, actually, 18 days ago. We'll find out how rusty they are. As we heard from Andy, who's out there, it might be minus 13 degrees outside. It's a balmy 8 degrees inside the stadium, and kick-off comes next.